Hello and welcome everyone with a new episode at OK Sweet Dreams. Hello Bean, how are you?
Doing pretty well today. How have you been?
I'm doing pretty alright. I think we should tell our audience what keeps us awake at night. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
So there's this new game, Baldur's Gate 3, and it's based on D&D, and Bean and I, with our producer, just cannot stop playing. In a literal sense, it's very hard for us to stop. And if you guys wanna try it out, give that game a try. It's very entertaining. There are some cutscenes that I would say not children friendly.
Definitely not. We were up till like 3 a.m. today playing. We took a little snooze and now we're here to record some news.
Yes, and the no caffeine campaign led by Bean is not making it any easier. However, today we are coming with a special episode speaking about Darwin Awards. I don't know if a lot of people knows about this, but basically a Darwin Award is given to people who died to, I would say, natural selection due to their stupidities. What do you think, Vin? How should we phrase it?
Yeah, pretty much just a totally preventable death, but because you're so stupid. Uh
Natural selection.
yeah, took its course. You're done. It's taken your DNA right out of the gene pool.
Ooh, that's hurtful.
Well, you're alive, you're still kicking, so I guess maybe
Oh, so you're saying I may not receive a Darwin Award?
yeah.
Ah, okay. Thank
You've made it this far.
you. You're so kind. Oh, shit. Okay, so let's keep away from stupid things. I have one for you being two Texan men, 2 a.m. You know those bridges they can split and let boats to go through.
Drawbridge, yeah.
Now, I don't know if you've seen the Blues Brothers. Have you seen that movie?
It's been a while, yeah.
So there is this two cop in a cop car and they stuck in traffic in front of a drawbridge and the cop who's driving is like nah. He's getting out of the lane and full speed flies through the, the drawbridge and the other cop says, whoa, that was intense. And he says, cop tires, cop engine, cop suspension, and a mission from God. Now, after I would assume these two gentlemen from Texas had a similar idea, being they tried to pull this off with a Chevy. And the Chevy didn't have cop tires, cop engine, cop suspension, and they didn't have a mission from God.
Shit.
So, at south of Lake Charles, Black Bayou Drawbridge, they decided to try this and they perished immediately. So, how would you rate their stupidity on a scale of 1 to 10?
So, what are we talking about here? The bridge was being raised and they're like, we're just gonna fucking Dukes of Hazzard this? Were they
Mm-hmm.
drinking?
We don't know.
Ugh.
All we know is it was around 2 a.m. So I would assume they left from a bar. So let's say. So one of them got out of the car and you know the safety gate?
Yeah.
He raised it, got back into the car and full speed. Acceleration.
Full speed ahead.
Yeah, it just wasn't enough.
Shit. A Chevy Sprint? Like, I don't know what the fuck they were thinking, but yeah. I guess I would rate that. Let's put that one at a 5.
Are we blaming Hollywood here? People thinking if Hollywood people can do it, sure we can do too.
Bop bop, just like the movies, baby.
Well, you better have some movie cars for it, it seems. Anyway, you say it's a 5. I would say it's a 7.
Oh, like a cumulative total for them both?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
But they definitely deserve the award, in my opinion. Can you top this?
Let me see. I have a couple here. I'm going to tell you the story about death by waterfall, but not in the way that you'd think. Do you remember during the pandemic when everyone was just mass buying supplies like hand sanitizer, toilet paper and things like that?
Yeah, I remember that. Luckily, I didn't get in a fight for toilet paper. I was the lucky few.
Nice. Well, apparently bottled water was no exception at the time, and this Darwin nominee didn't want to pay for these supplies. 46-year-old man in Italy decided to steal some cases of water from an Italian supermarket after hours on Easter Monday. He took a break from his thieving to enjoy a sip of water, and when he reached to pull a bottle from the top of the stacks, the cases collapsed on top of him.
Wait, karma's a bitch here for sure.
Karma's a bitch, bro. Not on company time. You can break on your own time, bro. First of all. But the employees returned to the shop the next day and they saw the collapsed water bottles and they were like, we'll deal with that shit later. And when they finally started sort all of the cases of water, they did find his body under all of that.
Ooh, imagine the shock of the employees there who were working there.
Ugh, I don't get paid enough for this. If you're a supermarket employee, you don't get paid enough.
I agree, you don't get paid enough to get a lifelong lasting trauma for sure. So this person basically got crushed by water?
By cases of water that fell on top of him, yeah.
Ooh.
And thankfully, there was some CTV footage that the workers were able to kind of reconstruct the last moments of this man's life as he reached for a bottle of water before being crushed by the weight of the crates.
As much as I feel sorry for him, that's an 8 for me. You wanted to steal, and you were not smart. Like, no, I'm sorry, that's an 8. Karma got that man bad.
Imagine you're just like thieving. You're like, I'm so thirsty. I'm lifting all this heavy weight around here. Let me just take, you know what? I'm going to treat myself to a sip of this water.
And the water treats you back. All right. Bean, what do you think about selfies? Are you stopping to take selfies of certain things? Like go there, take a selfie with something that is interesting, or you are not that kind of person?
No, I'm not really a selfie person. I'm not really big on social media either. I just kind of, I take that mental photograph, dude.
Okay, because I wanted to give you a selfie stick for Christmas, but then I will cancel it. All right.
Yeah, return that shit.
A man from India, Mr. Batara, spotted a bear and he thought it was injured. So he stopped his car on the road and he had the idea that social media has to see this. So he went towards the bear, and the people in his car actually, instead of telling him, stop, this is still a bear, injured or not, they actually got out their phones as well to record the moment of taking a selfie with an injured bear. Unfortunately, the bear wasn't injured enough not to kill Mr. Batara on the spot upon reaching him.
Have we learned nothing from the stories that we've talked about leaving fucking wildlife alone?
Yeah, Mr. Batara.
God damn. Call the authorities.
Fucked up. Other fucked up thing. And the other people around, instead of calling 911, they didn't stop filming for a while. The only help Mr. Batara had was a dog. And the dog didn't get hurt, luckily. But the bear couldn't be stopped by that puppy, unfortunately. And that is in my book a 10. I would give it an 11. On a personal note.
Yeah, I'd rate that pretty highly as well. It's just so fucking avoidable. It's so stupid. Like, what was the thought process there? Let me hop out of my car. I'm gonna bandage up the bear. What?
Oh, no.
Or he wasn't even trying to help?
No, it wasn't about helping the bear.
Oh my god. 10.
Tension was here just to take a selfie with an injured bear.
Ooh.
And his friends or family, I don't know who was in the car with him, they were like, oh, we need to record this. And everyone was on their phone. And instead of calling 911, they recorded for a while. So, I mean, I assume there was some shock there. So, when you are like, oh, fuck, like, and they didn't stop recording. And nobody had the mental strength to immediately call 911. So, Mr. Batara, unfortunately, was failing the natural selection and died.
Yeah, fucking 10, bro.
Yep, guys, don't mess with bears. We keep saying this. Stop it. Stop messing with bears.
We're canceling the bears.
If you mess with bears, 100%, you will get the shorter straw. 100%. Every time. Stop with the bears.
I actually sent you a video, Don. I'm going to tell our listeners about it real quick. There was actually a lady who was snowboarding down a mountain being chased by a bear, and she didn't even know. She had her headphones in and she was bopping to Work by Rihanna.
Oh,
And you can just see she's got her selfie stick out. She's snowboarding down this hill, and you can just every once in a while see a fucking grizzly bear chasing her down this mountain. And you can hear the grizzly bear just like growling and snarling at her. And fucking, she's like, all I do is work, 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 work. Oh my God. Stay away from the bears.
sometimes I wonder, you go to nature to enjoy it, and your choice of music is Rihanna work, work. Why? Like, nature has, I don't know. All I'm saying, if you go out there, you need your hearing, apparently, because, you know, a grizzly bear might sneak up on you. You know, I don't know what.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the video is quite funny, though. I don't think she got injured, though.
No, she didn't even know that she was being chased by the bear until she went and reviewed it later because she was going to make a clip to put on her Instagram or TikTok or something. And she's like, "Is that a fucking bear chasing me down this mountain?"
Oh shit, Des, would you mind giving me some space? Thank you. Like,
oh my God. All right. I have one here that I would like for your consideration.
Okay, I'm eager to hear it.
Okay, so you're a soldier in a war zone. You're heavily armored and ready to fight and possibly die for your country.
Mm-hmm.
But you spot an abandoned MacBook. You want this MacBook, bro. And where do you hide it? With quick reflexes, a Russian soldier slid the MacBook into his chest armor, replacing his ballistic plate, designed for, you know, armor.
Are you serious?
Yeah. He was like, I want this MacBook, and my salary does not allow for me to afford a MacBook on my own, so I'm taking it.
Wow. That's a 12.
Yeah.
That's a 12. Because as a soldier, I would assume you've been taught how important the ballistic plate in your armor is. That's what's stopping the bullet, not the clothes. It's that oh my God. So he got shot and died.
Yeah, not the cloth, but yeah, he was killed and body was retrieved by Ukrainian soldiers, and they had a good laugh about it. It was a morale booster for them. This man stole a fucking iPad from one of the towns, I guess he was ransacking or whatever, and it ended up being, you know, his demise. So
honestly, stupidity and karma, you know, I think karma's friends is stupidity, because if they are stupid enough, I'm gonna get them. You know, there are bullets flying around in a war zone. Guys, MacBooks are extremely well constructed, but it's not constructed to stop bullets. You know, just that's what it's for.
Yeah, fucking goofy as hell, dude.
Now, Win, I have something for you. One more. Cocaine. Let's say you are a drug addict. Tell me, how would you use cocaine?
I've never used cocaine, so I don't know how they use it. I would assume that they snort it. I've seen Scarface.
Yeah, exactly. Like everyone's seen Scarface, you don't need to be an addict to know that cocaine is usually being snorted, right? Well, in the 80s, there was something that people did to their bodies to enhance sexual experience.
Oh.
And this man didn't die for his stupidity, per se, but a body part of his did, and hence he received the Darwin Award, because this was an extreme stupidity. So, the news is coming from New York, from a hospital, and a 34-year-old man was admitted there. And apparently, he used an eyedropper or a syringe with cocaine solution to inject it into his penis.
What is the reason?
Okay, does the same thing as Viagra.
Allegedly? Is this proven?
It's proven.
Okay.
So instead of taking a Viagra, this man thought that I can get the same result with my cocaine that I already bought. Why should I buy Viagra, right? Like saving some money there, I would assume. But there's a huge difference here, because cocaine in your penis is not as safe as Viagra is. He had an erection for 3 days being in the hospital. And when it went away, by the way, the prolonged erection is called priapism. And on the 3rd day in the hospital, the man's erection suddenly subsided. Now, blood leaked into the tissue of his feet, hands, genitals, back, and chest. The blood that was in his penis for, days. And blood coagulation caused tissues to die over large areas of the patient's body. and he was immediately transferred to the burn unit. By the way, I didn't know that if you have that tissue, regardless if it's coming from burning or some other source like freezing, they send you to the burn unit. That was new information to me.
I guess because of the dead tissue. Okay, so I have a question for you. So if you can use cocaine in substitute of Viagra, can you use Viagra in substitute of cocaine?
I don't think it's working vice versa though, because they also get high.
Well,
No, cocaine also gives them high, so it's a 2-in-1. But don't do it, guys. Don't do it because the man's penis fell off by itself.
Oh my god.
Hence the Darwin Award for the penis.
He can no longer reproduce.
Yes, natural selection. It was a lighter touch by death. You are not stupid enough to die, but you are certainly stupid to use your reproductive system. So that fell off, and he actually lost 9 fingers as well.
Wow.
The reason why it was published, because it was actually a trend in the 80s. They wanted people to stop doing this shit.
Okay, it's not even like just one man was doing this. It was so severe enough that they had to say, y'all stop fucking doing this, you idiots.
Exactly. It was a sexual stimulant, and actually women did it to their vaginas. They used cocaine solution there because it numbed and they prolonged the experience.
You know how just like dab a little bit of cocaine up on your gums? That's what I imagine it's like for women down there. Just a little smear down there, just for a little extra,
Yeah, but ladies are blessed with multiple orgasm in one intercourse. Why would you want to prolong one? Why not just enjoy several? Like, tell me, Bean, what's the logic here for the woman other than getting high? But if you want to get high, don't rub it on your vajayjay, just snort it not like me. I'm not snorting cocaine before anyone accuses me, all right? But like anyone else who's snorting cocaine, just snort it, just use it as it was intended by the creator of cocaine. Like,
I don't fucking know. I don't know. But I know that some women can't have multiple orgasms, allegedly. And also some women can't have orgasms at all. So I don't know. Maybe it's a situation like that and she just felt like
prolonging the not having orgasm?
Yeah, I don't know. Like the heightened... I don't fucking... Listen, I'm not a scientist. Don't at me right now.
Well, anyway, these Darwin Awards are really, really... I think we will come back with more.
I have one more.
Oh, you have one more. My apologies.
I saved my favorite of the 3 that I picked for last.
Wait,
this one.
Before. I'm sorry. How would you rate this one?
Oh, I would rate it maybe higher than the others, only because you have to live with your mistakes.
Imagine losing your hand, your penis. Yeah, I would rate it higher. So far, he's the top for me.
Okay. All right. Well, listen to this one. There is a man named Ronald who's 65, was shot and killed back in 2019 on Thanksgiving in a rural town of Maine. Upon investigation, it was determined that the shooter was none other than Ronald himself.
Oh, wait, what? Was it like suicide?
No. So he had this idea that to protect his family jewelry, he decided to take a DIY approach because he had that back in my day mentality. When you had a loose tooth, you tied it to a fucking doorknob and then you slam the door and, the tooth gets pulled out.
Yeah, or go to a dentist.
Or, yeah, either one, who knows. But he decided to rig a handgun trigger to pull when a door was opened by a potential thief. He wanted to keep his jewelry safe, so...
Oh my god.
Yep. This and other booby traps were installed around the property. And why do they call them booby traps? I want to know. If someone knows, fucking tell me right now. Message us at osdpodcast.com.
I don't know why, and I'm interested too. Please, someone do the research.
Why do they call them booby traps? Anyway, it was the homeowner himself who accidentally triggered the pistol trap that ended his life. So, I mean... yeah. Not good.
Now, first of all, back in my day, regardless how back in your day is, there were banks, where you can put your, a safety deposit box and it will be all good. But if you don't trust bank, just fucking bury it somewhere.
Bury it like a normal, civilized human being. Put it in a fucking mason jar and bury it out in your backyard. Like the rest of us.
Yeah, exactly. My yard is full of gold bars, but, but as a normal person, I'm just fucking burying it like a pirate, If you have this back in my day mentality, I think instead of booby trapping your home or your hideaway with so many booby traps that you risk that you forget one. No, such a high level of stupidity that no. How could he forget one that was so deadly? Open the door and you die. That's not something you forget.
It's in your home. How did you forget that that was a door that you were gonna use? It's just some Looney Tunes shit to me because you would see whoever the fucking hunter was from Looney Tunes with like a shotgun over the door. So when Bugs Bunny comes through the door, it's just so fucking goofy and stupid. And I just can't believe that this man was sitting there like, you know what? I'm gonna protect my land. I'm gonna protect my jewels. And fucking did this and then died to his own trap. So to me, okay, you know what? Actually, go ahead. Like, out of all of the stories that we shared, which one's the worst for you?
As a man, with a man's perspective, priapism takes a penis. That's the worst for me. Now, if we think about it, this man only lost a penis and cannot reproduce but not actually died. I think this one wins by far.
Yeah, to me, the booby trapped home, to me, that's the Darwin winner. It's just so fucking, I would be, not that you would know any better because you'd be dead, but I'd be so fucking embarrassed. Like, you guys better not talk about this. My family better not be swapping this story around Christmas dinner. Old Ronald, fucking shot himself.
Oh, Ronald is gone by his own gun, But the other thing is, if you booby trap your home like this, I assume you have no visitors in your home, no family, no friends. I would seriously hope you don't have kids running around.
Gun safety, Ronald. Get your shit together. I mean, well, you can't because you're dead, but God damn it, Ronald.
Ronald, you did it! You embarrassed yourself on a level that's like,
Yeah.
Okay. So which one was your favorite out of all?
I'm really torn. Fucking Ronald is definitely up there, but I also like the Dukes of Hazzard drawbridge idiots from Texas. Like,
Yep.
That's really funny as well. I can't imagine being in that car and they're just like, we're gonna jump the drawbridge. And I'd be like, actually, hold on. Just give me a second. Let me, and I'd step out of the car because I'm not fucking suicidal. So I don't know. That one's really funny as well.
That's the level of stupidity they had. One of them actually needed to step out the car, raise the safety bar that was in the way, and he went back into the car next to the person who was driving. So imagine the determination they had. We are gonna do this. We saw it in Hollywood movie. We can do it. No. I think one thing they missed, a mission from God. And God, seeing that they did this, he decided, I'm just gonna call you our brothers.
Your time has come. Honestly, they must have been super fucked up, like drunk or high or both, because you jump the drawbridge, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't make it to the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Your car hits the water. I mean, I don't know what kind of like height we're talking about, but your car hits the water and you start sinking. Like, they must have just been so fucked up they couldn't even get out of the car.
Now, here is another question for you. Do you think, like imagine, you are in the car, you are ready to do this, right? Safety belt on or off?
I guess it doesn't matter, but I always drive with my safety belt on. I'm so glad you asked. Of course.
Oh, of course, yeah. I do it too. Yeah, safety belt always on. But in this scenario, I think if their safety belt was on, maybe that's why they couldn't get out of the car in time before drowning, if you think about it. So maybe they were like, we need the safety because we know it's, dangerous. And maybe that caused their doom. Some slight of intelligence that maybe our safety belt needs to be on. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, they have a couple of brain cells, but not enough to be, aware enough not to fucking try to jump a drawbridge. So, like, I don't know. Not smart enough.
Yeah, so some part of their brains were like, maybe we need the safety belt. And even in that thought, they were wrong. Because you must think some scenarios rushes through your mind before you do something like this, right? So what could happen? You make it safely over. So they probably gave it, 80% chance we're going to make it safely over. If not, then you are in the water. Why the safety belt? Even in their logical thought, they were wrong if they did that.
Stupid.
So stupid.
They're so stupid. Yeah, those are my top two picks. The two Texas men and the booby-trapped Ronald man.
Thanks for everyone for listening to us, and okay, sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams.